Hello guys, I'm so excited to finally get this video going up for you guys. I've been waiting to do the sun catchers for you, and I finally got everything that I needed because I just need a few more things. Hardest part of making sun catchers is going through your lovely bead stash, if you have a lovely bead stash like I do, and figuring out what to make. These are just a couple sample ones I put together so you guys have something to look at while we make the other ones. So this one I made with these angels and the clear balls, and then here is our crystal for the bottom, which is the one that I got in this pack. I think that was from Temu, but I'll link everything, guys, for you, everything that I can link. Some of my beads are from my stash, so I can't link. Some of the beads I can link because since I started my channel, I said this in another video, since I started my channel, I'm trying to keep things together like this with the tags on, so I can kind of tell you guys where it is and where it's from. So I'm trying to keep things like that. Like this one from Hobby Lobby, I kept in the package. Normally I would throw them in my bead thing by size, but I'm trying to change for you guys so it's easier to let you guys know where I get things. But some of my stash has been around for a while, so I cannot do that. So these angels were from Michael's, and there was two strands on two strands on a card. Can't even speak. All the different angels on there. Now each one of these pieces are separate, so each one's separate. So when I untake them, I have the angels in a separate container so that all the pieces stay together. So I used half a strand on this one, and then I used this one. This one had another strand on of the big round beads, and this is from Michael's also. Please try to get your things on sale. You know, this normally was, I think, this one, I think was $5.99, I think, for this, which isn't the worst, but try to get it on sale. Okay, so that's my angel one. All the pretty angels. And there's like really no way to show you a sun catcher, but that's so for Abby, of course, I went and grabbed all the mushrooms that I had left, the mushroom beads that I had left. I used the mushroom beads. I used the same clear balls that I used on this one. No, wait, these are different ones. These are plastic ones. This is all glass. You can use plastic because really the main thing that's going to shine is your crystal. So that's the main thing that you want to go. You can use any color beads, anything for beads. That's just the upper half. It doesn't matter. It's your crystal that's going to do all light. But these actually bring in a lot of light. And the plastic ones, if you get them that are cut, like diamond cutting and all this stuff, they'll be fine. But so she wanted a mushroom one, of course, to go on her window. So I took every mushroom I had. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different mushrooms on there for her. So she should like that one. So those two I pre-put together so you guys can see. Now, let's see how many we can get done, okay? I'll need this so I kind of picked some beads out, and we're just going to kind of throw them and play with them. Okay, so let's bring you down just a little bit, not that way, so you can see kind of what I'm doing. I don't want to get too close. So I'm just going to kind of, if you have one of these, this came free with something, so it's not, I could use a bigger one, but you know, you take your freebies. I'm just going to lay them out like I think I want. Let's see. I kind of grabbed the bunch and kind of played with them, and I don't know if I'll get them back the right way or not, but we'll see. Let's see. Let's put, and look at these, aren't these cute beads? So I thought this was a nice like ocean theme one. Those are cute. Okay. Go this way. And with a darker, okay, and now let's do another starfish. And then we'll do okay. That, and then this will go on the bottom. This one will go on the bottom. Most of them are going to be used this. There's one that I'm using something different, I think. Yep. All right, so oh, there's another blue bead. Okay, that goes on the bottom. All right, so the fun part. So you want to get yourself a crimper pliers, And how am I going to show you this? So, oh, not on that one. Okay, there. If I hold it down, you can see there's two holes, the top hole and the bottom hole. Okay, so we're going to use both holes. I'll tell you what hole I'm using. Okay, and you can use crimp tools. I'll show you the biggest size. That'll be a little easier on. So you can use the crimp tubes. So they're just, or you can use the beads. And I prefer the beads myself. See if I can grab a big one out. And they're just like little beads. You can use them as spacer beads too. Okay, so we're going to use them. Okay, and for mine, of course, you know, this was after my husband passed away when I got rid of some of his fishing stuff and everything. I kept this. This is a 25-pound test line, which is fine. It works fine for me. Some people use thinner, and I'm just going to kind of chunk off. It really doesn't matter. You know, I like to have a little bit more. This is about a 24-inch piece. You can kind of see it there. I like to have a little bit extra on. Okay, now let's get out. I'm going to use in this pack of beads I got from Michael's. They have 1.5, 2 inch, 2.5, or no, sorry, 1.5 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter, and 3. So I like to use the 2.5, which is, you got to dig and find through here. I'm going to take a few of them out because I'm going to be using a few. That would be the third biggest. That one, not the tiny one. You don't want that tiny one. So we get all these. We'll just grab a few out so I have some, because that is what I'm going to be using. We can get some more. First thing I'm going to do, now this might be the hardest part showing you on camera, is I'm going to run the string through. You can see they have a pretty big hole there. Let's put a crimp tool on first, sorry. A crimp bead on first. You can put it on last, it didn't matter. Put the crimp bead on first. Then run that through, okay? So then you grab yourself a tail. So you have your really long end and your short end. And I'm going to take this short end and run it back through my bead. Back the way it came. Now there's many ways you can do this. Some people just tie this. And then you can take like a lighter to kind of melt it down a little bit. Pull it down as far as you can. As tight as you can, but you don't want it like, you know, that's good just like that. Can you see how much of a opening? And I'm going to try to grip this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the first hole first. The top hole. That's going to flatten that crimp bead. Okay, so just get that in there. And we are going to flatten it down. Okay. And let me grab my glasses. You know me, I need my glasses. This gets pretty tiny. Okay, so now, I don't know if you can see it, it flattened it. Now we're going to use that second hole. Now we're going to go back to the second hole there. Up there. And it's going to put like a crimp in it. So it's going to put like a half moon kind of thing. So it's going to crimp it. So you just put it in there and squeeze as hard as you can. And you can't really tell, but there's like a little divot in there. I did that the wrong way, didn't I? No, that's fine. I got that crimped good. I did that, but it'll work out okay. So now we're going to put it back in I think I can get it, the top one, and we're going to kind of, it'll fold over on itself. And that's not my prettiest one, but it'll do the trick. Okay, scissors. Let's cut that little excess off there. We don't need that. Now the easy part, the fun part, is just thread everything. Now we're just going to thread everything on. Ooh. The challenge is to hold on to all the beads, guys. So this is the easy part. Find where the hole is on that one. How do I want him on? Let's see, I think I'll go this way with that on top. Go that way. try to make as many as we can here to show you. Again, it wants to escape. That one that way. And you can make these as long as you want, short as you want. This set is all glass again too. Come back. I told you that's the hardest part. All right. Then we have that. I know it's really hard to see, but now same thing. We are going to put a crimp bead on the end. Now I do mine a little different than some people. I just do a loop for my end, but there's other things you can do, but I just do a loop. So I'm going to slide my crimp bead all the way down. I'm going to kind of hold my beads tight. And then I'm going to run the bead through. And I'm going to try to hook it back through a few beads. About 3. If you can get it in, it's no big deal if you don't. Okay. And then pull tight again. Make sure it went down. Hold your 2 pieces. That's what I thought it came up. So and you can leave it hang out and just thread it through later too. So I'll show you that way. So just leave it, I got it through 1 bead. Just let it hang there for a minute. We can go through or we can cut it off. Okay, now figure out how big of a loop you want. That's a little bigger than what I would normally like. But just figure out how big of a loop you'd like for hanging. And then I'm going to try to hold that in there tight. And now again, you're going to take the first hole and you're going to flatten your bead. Okay, looks good. Okay, now I'm going to take my middle one, the second one, and we are going to get in there. Okay, and then we're going to take the top one again, and that's going to kind of bend it over and form that tube like. And you can see it kind of folded over. Not really, you can't see that, but and then I just keep working it to make it kind of look more round. So you just kind of squeeze it from other directions, and then it'll go more round. Now don't go too much because you could break your crimp, and then I pull on it before I'm done to make sure it is tight. And I'll go another. Yeah, they can be hard to get in here. I'll have to keep turning on me. Okay, make sure I'm good. Good. Now I'm going to take, I'm going to take that string and run it down a couple. You don't have to do that. That extra tail I have on here. And then we'll cut it off down here. My crimper, see, I think I went too far with my crimper, but that's okay. We'll go back in and work on it. Okay, now we'll just cut that off there. Cut, as far down as you can get it. And there we have our lovely ocean theme one. And our big one there. Okay, so there's another one. I'm trying to see how many we can get here. Okay, so this one I picked out, I don't know, I went in and grabbed a mini head. So that is plastic. All these and this one is plastic except for the crystal for the bottom. Let's grab that. And I grabbed, nope, we're not using that crystal. We're using this one. Now this is plastic, but it's still, the light still shines through it rather nicely, the sun, when the sun hits it. So we're using that one. It's still pretty in front of your window. So if you have some like this, they still work really nice in front of the window. Okay, now how do we want this? Go do the large one. And I got all the smalls. And then let's put this big funky looking, whatever shape that is, in the middle. And then we'll do 4 little ones. That looks good. And then the big one. How about that? Okay, let's cut ourselves off a little bit more. Or a lot more. And we'll do the same thing. I'm going to grab a bead. And string that through. Okay, I'm going to move this for just a second. Like I said, this is it's hard to maneuver this to show you guys. Run this back through that bead and out. Actually, not that way. You want to run it up. That's why my other one looked funny. You want to run it upwards, not downwards. That's why my other one looked, I'm like, why does my other one look funny? Okay, so run it back up towards your other string. I'll keep showing you that in the other ones. So again, bring it down. You see what I have? They're little, they're hard to work with. Till you get used to doing them. I don't do a lot of crimping. That's not my favorite task. Okay, like I said, you could tie here instead. You could just tie this if you want. Okay, we got that. And now we're going to do the second. Get that crimp in there. And, you know, crimping for me can be rather hard because of my RA. Now we're going to take the other one and bend it back in, and it will fold over on itself. So kind of fold back over on itself. And then you can still see it's kind of flat. So I just keep working it, and it'll go round. You just kind of keep flattening it until it folds and it looks more round again. I don't know if you can see that. It looks more like a bead again. And let me do the pull test. Oops. One more crimp. That's why you always want to check it. Let's see, which way do I got to go? This way. Always want to check. Especially if you're going to sell these. This would be a good craft sale one too. So the ones that are watching for all the craft fair items, this would be a good one for it too. We're going to cut that excess off here. All right, and then just string that through. Start with the large one. And I haven't made a lot of sun catchers. I've made them in the past, but I will probably make some when I do the craft sale. But I don't know when that's going to be. Now I got a summer full of doctor appointments again. Now they want to put me back on my methotrexate. So that means 3 months worth of blood work that you got to go every couple weeks. And then you got to watch your liver more because I've been having a lot more flares. So if that don't work, then we got to have infusions. So there, I think it's quite pretty. A little bit of pink, a little bit of clear. And now, get another bead. Grab a bead out of here. Put it down. Oop. That one I'm going to need a bigger one. So we'll take a bigger crimp bead on that one because that one, it would have been okay. It's not going to go through the hole anyways because I'm gonna crimp it before it gets to that point. So you're not going to lose it. So, but I'll use the big one, the 3 mil on this one. That's the biggest. Okay, pull tight down there. I got the 2 of them on it. I got 2 for the price of 1 on that one. And then pull that tight. And then I want to go back through. I'll be back. I'm just getting it ready in my hand. Go back through. Go through Minnie's head. Come on, I need my bead back here. Thank you. Hold on to that bead while you're stringing it through a little bit. I'm just going to string it through Minnie's head for now. And pull everything tight as you want. Get your loop the way you want your loop. Okay, pull it tight. Because I won't be able to get the pliers in there really good, I'm going to keep it up just a little bit. Lost my voice. Been doing too much talking today. Okay, crimp. Sorry about that. This one's hard with the ears. Flatten it. Squeeze as hard as you can. Sometimes I put both of them on there. Okay. Now get my crimper. Come back here. I'm losing my bead. Get my crimp. Now the middle one. Okay. Beautiful. Now, I know this is hard to see, guys. Again, you wouldn't even have to. You could just tie off up here. I just like, if I'm going to be selling them, I'm going to use the crimps. That's just me. Or if I'm going to give them away. If I'm just using them for myself in the house, I don't really care then. Pull that down before I clamp all the way. And another round. Another round. Around the outside, around the outside. Okay, and looks like one more. This is the bigger bead, so it's going to take a little bit more work. Okay, feels good. All right, and then I'll take that tail and go down another bead or so. Okay, and we're going to cut that off. And Minnie. Now you could put a bigger bead there too, but you're fine like this. But you could, if you want to put a bigger bead there to make sure, but it's going to be hanging anyway, so it's fine. Like that. You can see. Move you up there. We did 3. Okay, we got time. Oh, I have to show you this one. And I'm trying to show you as many as we can. Okay, so this one I was going through my beads and I seen this one here, and I have to use that. I just have to use it. So we're going to put that. That's going to be our middle piece. And then I have a couple more like this. And I have some kind of oval shaped ones. And then they have these red crackles. So let's start with a crackle. Let's do this one. Kind of do a crackle. And then I have the ovals, which it's smaller. No, I guess it's about the same. It looks like it might be smaller at the bottom, but I'm going to put it on. And then the oval again. And then the crackle. So you can use, like I said, these are regular beads. These ones are not see-through beads, but these ones are see-through beads. So you can use anything. Minnie, we're going to move you out of the way a little bit, okay? And this is extra. Throw that out of our way. Trying to watch the time. This is the tedious part. I hope I got enough. I think so. I just cut. Okay. Again, put that bead on. Again. Put the bead on the wrong end, but that's okay. We'll go like this. Slide it down. And then we are going to run it back up, not down. I was like, why is my knot my knot was looking funny. Come on. We got all day. The people want to see all these pretties. You know, doing beadwork on camera is not easy, okay? Pull that down as tight as you want. Hold it down, so right about like that, just a little. You can kind of see there. Don't worry about it. Okay, top hole first. Crimp it down. And up here again too. Sometimes you gotta do the bead from the top and the bottom if it's a wide bead. So just make sure you go, if it's a smaller bead, you only have to do it one time. Now we go through the middle here and it crimps it. That's where it gets its name. Give it a good crimp. Use all my might. And then you can see kind of like it's an oval now. And now we're going to kind of flatten it over. So put it back in that top one. And you can see, well, you guys can't see, I know. There's a few videos on YouTube that are really good that, you know, by bead companies and stuff that are better at with all the cameras they have. You can see better. And now I'll do your little test. And it's really good. Cut that tail off. And now the string part. I love making them. I just don't like designing them necessarily. Because that takes me a long time to design them. But I do like making them. They're really quite quick to make. Okay. The string doesn't want to go. It's going through, but it's going through on a funky angle here, so it's not. I don't have my little thing down here, do I? There we go. Had to line it straight in there. I think this is one of my favorites. I love the red. Again, this is what you have. We'll put it all the way down tight. And you can see how pretty that is. You got your big crystal. These ones are really nice from, I think these are Temu, and I will list them. But they are really nice. The sun, I showed Abby her mushroom one and we hung it on her window. And it was like a disco in her room. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that bead. Get the loop the way you want it. Pull up something extra. And then hold it. I'm gonna kind of try to, I know it's probably can't see it very good, but it's hard for me to crimp it down. I mean, the tool does all the work. Now we're going to do that second hole. You can see the two holes there. Now we're going to do the middle hole. Or the second hole. And then that gets a little crimp. And that's where I like to try to really give it a little extra on it. And now we want to, basically you're flattening it in half now. Folding it in half. That's what you're basically doing now. And then you're going to keep working it and just kind of like it, like a nice rounded cylinder again. Let me feel. One more crimp. Sometimes I can't tell if I got it, if I'm in there enough because I'm so far down. I would have this up in my face. Okay. Good. And then I'll bring that tail. And you don't even have to do that. I won't even do it on this one. You don't have to bring the tail through. It'll stay just fine like that. And then you got another one. Kind of like you're getting sleepier. Okay. I know they're hard to show. Okay, what else do we have? Do we have another quick one? This one should be pretty quick. The last one I forgot my jump rings. Did I not? But I can get them quickly. Those are my crimpers. Those are my... Alright, so we have... I'm going to use the crystal, the prism again. And here I have a heart. These are glass. And I believe I got that from Michael's, but I don't have a package. And those are glass. And then I have these square ones. And I got those from Michael's. I believe the square ones too came from Michael's. These are all glass. And then these pink ones. Okay. Let's see how, if I could put that back together. Pretty much we're just going to go pink clear. Start from the bottom. I don't know how many I need to do. 4, 4. And we want a clear one next to that. I'm just going to set them here because I ran out of room. So it'll go together like that. And grab another chunk. Like I said, you can use any way. Oh, there's also like there's the wire, the regular wire. You can use the wire, but I don't like the wire for when I'm doing sun catchers. Some people do use the wire, but I prefer using the, you know, fishing wire, fishing lure test, whatever they call it. That's what I prefer. Any kind of clear string stuff. You don't want bouncy string. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one in there quicker than the last one. No. Don't leave me. Okay. Come back. It can be a struggle working with these tiny, tiny beads. Don't know why I torture myself. Okay. Pull that. Okay. I'll kind of get down in the camera. And smush it. Smush it. Don't let it spin on you when you smash it down. Try to get it smashed right. Okay, and now I'm going into crimp. Put that right in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to fold it over. Best way I can think of what they're doing. And then do it again on that side. Until you just kind of keep working it till it's more rounded than a flat pancake. And then let me see if I need to do it. Oh, perfect. Okay. Get that tail off and out of our way. Quickly run this one. I hope this isn't too long of a video for you guys, but there's one more I want to show you because we will be using some jump rings on that. I want to show you the crystals. I want to show you as many different things as you can do. You know me. I like to give you guys options, you know. Now make sure I put my heart on the right way. This way. If I have all my tools down here. But I think I can do that without tools. Pretty sure. All right. And mine are, let me see, I did tell you that. Around 8 inches, give or take. This one is, yeah, most of mine are all around 8 inches long. And this one's going to be really pretty in the window. Okay. Do I have a small one in there? Yep, okay. I don't want that teeny one. I want this size one. You can see how teeny weeny they are. Very tiny. String that down. I'm sorry if I'm not in camera all the time. This is a little harder ones to do. It's not easy though, like if you don't have the dexterity and stuff like that. Okay, so now we have it. Let's go ahead and crimp it. Okay, and the middle one. Make sure I'm getting the right. See if I can do that on the flat side. Okay, now let's go in and do the fold, as I call it. I mean, all you're doing is kind of making it back into a cylinder. Okay, let's see if I got it enough. Yep. Now I'm just going to cut that one again here too. Okay. I love that one. I think that's going in my kitchen window. Okay, let me see. I don't need my one tools, but let me grab a jump ring. I want to show you these crystals. Holy macaroni. Okay, I need the big jump rings. Now for this one, we have these crystals I also got off of Temu, one of them. So these crystals are kind of like a flat crystal. And they have a hole on the top and a hole on the bottom. So I'm going to show you how we're going to use these. So this one's going to take a little longer to put together. Let's grab this. Let's get our crystal started, which that's why I had the crystal in the other one. Okay, I'm not going to put these out because we're running out of time. Let's get our wire. I need to get out a couple more small ones here. Let's see. This one. Yep, these ones right here. Okay. I've got them in these little containers that I put them in. Okay. Cut me another piece of string here. Okay, I'm back, everyone. Well, that's never happened to me before. My phone says I ran out of storage. I deleted 100 million things and it's still saying I don't have much storage. So we were just going to do our last one. You didn't really miss much. I just crimped the end there on the crystal. This is the one that I'm going to show you how to connect these crystals, okay? So this one is going to take a little bit. I've got a lot to do because I'm also using, on this one, I'm using bead caps. We're also going to use some bead caps. So let's see if we can get this together quickly before it tells me we lose storage again. Oops, I put that bead cap on the wrong way. I've been taping on the same phone and I've never had it tell me. Since I started YouTube, I've never had it tell me that. So I was like thinking it better not have, missed everything because I would have cried. But it was only missed this last one. Bead cap this way. These bead caps are going to be my downfall. This way. Come on. Small bead. And I think 2 beads and 3 beads. Okay, that'd be good. Now, for the first one, we're gonna tie in the bottom. We're gonna put a little crimp in the bottom. Okay, for the first one. I gotta settle down. I'm more worried about the thing not working again, and I'm like messing up here. Okay, put a crimp bead on first, guys. Then we're gonna put this on. All right. Okay, now we're gonna go through there and go into that and crimp like we normally would. Okay, and we're going to be cutting all that off, so don't leave no extra. So don't worry about that. Okay, let's get that crimped. You know what I'm going to do? Because we might run out. I'm just going to quickly, I'm not even going to worry about the crimping. I got it a slight crimp. And then we're going to put a jump ring on. If the camera doesn't die, you can go back. Okay. And tighten them up. I just want to show you how. Now we're going to put that on, and we're going to take another crystal and hook that on. And then tighten that up. Okay, so now we have the two crystals like that. So now we have another jump ring. And hook that on. You want to use a big jump ring for this. So this is how you can hook your crystals together if you have the double-sided crystals. Okay, so now you have this. Now I'm going to grab more string. And another crimp bead. And then we're going to run it through. See what we have so far there? So we're going to run it through this one. We're going to do crimp this one again. Just like we did the bottom one. So far so good, camera. Don't mess with me, phone. I mean, I've never had that. And I don't have that many. I don't really save the videos on my phone. I saved a few of them until I get them loaded up. Until Jennifer gets them all loaded. Okay, let's just leave that. We'll come back and tighten that. Okay, and now let's get the rest of our beads on. We might make it through this before it. Okay. Bead cap. I think this one is so pretty too. Like, so just wanted to show you, you can use anything really. You can use the metal. These are crackle beads, and I got this set. I'll show you when I'm done. I got this from Walmart, and I've been getting beads from there on and off, and this was the first time I seen this, so I don't know if it's a new set, but it's the first time I seen this set, and I love it. Okay, so there, and I'll cut all that off. So see how that you can link your crystals together? Just like that. I'm not going to tie that off because I don't want to run out of time here. I want to show you all the finished stuff. I just wanted to show you that, how to link your crystals. I'm going to lay it so you can see the crystals. Okay. I will definitely finish that off because I really love that. And then there's our mushroom one. And there's our angel. And then we have the starfish. And we have our lovely, I'm going to try to keep all the strings up and out of our way. This beautiful red one. Trying to keep all those, I have that extra string from there. Our Minnie Mouse one. I gotta take, there. Might not be pretty looking, but it'll hold the strings out of our way. Okay, and then this is the one I got from Walmart. And these are all glass beads. Beautiful. There was 3 strands on there. I love that. So there we go. So all different styles that you can see that we made. I don't know how close I could bring you down a little bit more to see. But easy to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know which one you like the best out of all of them. I'm not sure. I kind of like the red one, but then I really love the starfish. So I may hang them all in my kitchen just from the one window. People will think I'm crazy. If you guys could please give me a like and subscribe. We want to try to keep this channel growing so I can do more giveaways and stuff for you guys. I know we're coming close to 2,000 subscribers, so I'll definitely be doing giveaway at that time for sure. But we still got our surprise ones coming up, and I know I got one coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that. As always, guys, I thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.